starting to stir. Mara Seaweed is a small company based in Edinburgh which this year made it to the final 3 Best Producers in the BBC Food and Farming Awards. It was Fiona Houston you heard at the top of the programme, extolling the pleasures of seaweed as a tabletop condiment. Mara is in the business of making seaweed ordinary. Earlier this year, along with my fellow judge chef Cyrus Todiwala, I went to meet Fiona and her operations manager Rory McPhee to see how seaweed is being taken one step further, put into handy shakers.
So these tins have got shaker inserts and windows on the side so you can see what you're getting and you understand what to do with it, which is
sprinkle it on your food.
Yeah.
Trying to get the British to think of seaweed in a new way.
Yeah.
How many varieties of seaweed are identified in Britain as food?
We deal with about 8 or 9 species. There are over 300 species. All of them are edible.
You've got a population that are not used to eating seaweed. How are you going to sell all this
Well,
seaweed?
we're looking at the export markets. We never set up the business thinking that we were going to convert the great British public overnight. We see a huge difference in the last 3 years from when we started to now, but we see massive potential for a new Scottish brand.
You are involved in some research for the government. What exactly is that research that you are helping to conduct?
Essentially, we're trying to grow seaweed onshore in tanks. By doing that, we can support wild harvest, but if we can source our supplies from tanks as well as from the ropes in the locks, then we've got 3 different sources of supply.
There's a sceptical world out there, but presumably your idea was this is essential.
The rest of the world does think it's essential, especially the Japanese and Chinese cuisine who eat seaweed on a daily basis. We see, beyond the flavours of the seaweed, which we think are incredible, the health benefits of using seaweeds are extraordinary. You can reduce the amount of salt that you use in your food because you can use it instead of salt.
But isn't it salt? I mean, doesn't it have salt?
It has, well, it's all natural salts, but it's low in sodium. Sea salt is basically 98% sodium. Seaweed is around about 10% sodium, and the rest of it is healthy minerals. But it serves the same purpose in food. You use it to enhance the flavour of other things.
These new products are starting to appear on supermarket shelves. Mara are now supplying Marks and Spencer's.